Turning to our reporting on resilience. This morning, we meet a couple determined to realize their lifelong dream of owning their own business. When their New York restaurant was hit hard by the pandemic, the couple...
Hello, today I present to you an extremely attractive application for music lovers. It's completely free. You can listen to music online or download unlimited music to use whenever you don't have internet. The powerful search function helps you find anything you want. Trust me. It's hard not to find what you're looking for because the search function is really powerful. Application download link is attached in the description of the video. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Thanks.
People refused to close their doors and kept going with the power of their own determination. Our senior medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, is here with their story of resilience, along with some key strategies to help us all get through challenging times. Tara, good morning.
Good morning, Vlad. Glorabel Perez and Waleed Merabit were small business owners when the pandemic threatened to close the doors of their restaurant. What kept them going was a resilience they say they never knew they had, but experts say it was there all along.
We're gonna make it happen.
You know it.
For Glorabel Perez and her husband Waleed Merabit, owning a business was their American dream. In October of 2019, their restaurant, Barcha, was born. This restaurant was your dream.
Yeah. As someone who chose this country, who immigrated here, and to be able to make something and build something with my life partner, it just meant everything.
And the couple was overjoyed when only 4 months after their grand opening, their Latin-fused labor of love was quickly becoming a favorite in their East Harlem neighborhood. And then COVID hit. Your whole world turns upside down.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a bit of a spiral of despair for a bit there. Yeah. Although I didn't have all the information I needed at the time, and I still don't, I knew how to figure it out.
To stay afloat, the couple made some big adjustments, including shifting to an online business and partnering with Rethink, a company that provides support to restaurants in food insecure communities. What do you think it was in your backgrounds that gave you that attitude of, we have to figure out life, we have to pivot and problem solve?
I think the totality of my lived experience has made me resilient. And I think this pandemic has, through no choice of our own, has made us all resilient as well.
Adversity doesn't discriminate.
Most experts would agree that we are all actually hardwired to overcome life's biggest challenges. Do you think that we as a society recognize how resilient we are?
I think, sadly, a lot of people think of it as some kind of elusive trait that some people have and other people don't. The normal response is actually resilience.
Lucy Hone is the co-director at the New Zealand Institute of Wellbeing and Resilience. Her TED Talk, one of the most viewed of 2020, highlights the 3 secrets of resilient people.
So number 1,
for starters, learning to accept that struggle and challenge are a part of everyday life.
They are universal, so that when something goes wrong, this stops you from feeling discriminated against. It stops you from feeling singled out.
Hone's book, Resilient Grieving, was born out of her own personal tragedy when in 2014, her 12-year-old daughter, Abby, was killed in a car accident.
I literally went from being this supposed resilient expert to my whole life smashed to smithereens, really.
Amidst her grief, Hone zeroed in on specific ways of thinking she says are critical to helping us navigate the most difficult times in our lives.
Resilient people are really good at focusing their attention on the things that they can change and somehow accepting the things that they can't change.
And her third and final strategy, one she calls self-regulation, focus on positive thinking and living.
The people who manage to cope with really terrible things very often have a real sense of personal mission.
And when life gets in the way, says Hone, find a way to chart a new course. For Glorabel Perez and Waleed Merabit, having adapted to a new business model, providing meals for their food insecure neighbors, their mission now is giving back to the community they love, one meal at a time.
I go at home and go to sleep at night. I'm not stressed because I've done something good that day.
Giving back has helped you survive
Yes.
in more ways than one.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
I am walking in the steps of the person that I want to be, running a purpose-driven business. You can still keep moving forward to reach your goals. This is a process that we're going through. And in knowing that, that allows us to have the resilience to just keep going.
Lucy Hone says in her book, hope is the fuel that fires us to move forward in the world, and tells us people need to believe in hope, that we have an incredible capacity to cope even in our darkest days. And she highlights the idea that part of resilience is being able to shift your goalposts and realize you can have many hopes, saying the thing to do is to ask yourself, even though it feels like all hope is lost, what else are you hoping for now? And, you know, she told us that when she lost her daughter, her hopes became, I hope my boys live happy, healthy lives. I hope my husband and I can be there for each other. I hope I can continue to do meaningful work. That behavioral mental flexibility is so key, she says.
Yeah, I learned that, you know, that book, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, it's one of my favorite books of all time. He talks about what it took for Holocaust survivors to get through something like that. It's exactly what you just said in your tag. Moving the goalpost and believing that there will be a hopeful day down the line.
The serenity to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah.
The words my mom told me from a very young age stays with me always.
Me too. Tara, thank you very much.
Wow.